Hello and welcome to Setons. This is a game from today, and to all the old Setons players who may be seeing this video, I hope this gives you a little nudge to reinstall the game and come back. We need more Setons players. It seems like there's less and less, and Setons players actually beginning to play other maps, and I guess there are some noobs playing Setons, but we need more Setons games. In this game we got some old timers, also some Smurfs, I'm sure. The players we would recognize, of course, Tiger taking on Hawk and Air, so very good air battle. We also have BLR Craze taking on Furball here, so I think a bit of an advantage for the top side. And the other Ocean Lion versus Cab versus Boomer. This is a very good matchup. Haven't seen Lion in a while, but that is the best Lion could take on anybody in Navy, so maybe a little bit of trouble there for Boomer. But Boomer definitely, unless Lion brings his best, Boomer should beat him. In the middle, Shadow Lord coming in with a whole bunch of mech marines playing his EEF. Also an engineer, aggressive Engie, taking on Zgato. I don't know either of these players, but it looks like they're both running into the middle very quickly. Seraphim versus EF, so they could just be Smurfs of some players we might already know. So of course, first battles on Setons. The very first one is in the middle. Very strange, a point defense. Perhaps this is not a Smurf. Very strange place to put a point defense. It doesn't really protect that many mass extractors. Might as well just suck mass. Meanwhile, Zgato with his aggressive ACU already got 2,000 mass and getting a little more. Got about 4,000 mass. Looks like the point defense will be built. And here, Furball is going to take this island because there are absolutely no transports being ready for BLR. Looks like he was just gonna try to walk onto this island, and it's very hard to do. Cause here comes a bunch of NGs. In the other island, we see the transport for pretty late transport from Boomer, but looks like Lion decided not to challenge. He's getting some upgrades. So successful point defense. Looks like Zgato may have ran into it. Some health problems. And Shadow Lord should be really taking out all the mass around. This is Hakuto being impatient with the math, deciding to send an engineer into the middle, grab some himself. And now returning. That's kind of funny. But we can see here Zgato has reclaimed a total of 5,000. Shadow Lord, a total of 6,000, and let's see, Hawk, he stole about 1,000. Hakuto now with Tech 2 Air here, coming up minute 6. Getting a Tech 2 Engie. Meanwhile, Tiger, also very similar, about to get Tech 2 Air, so looks like Hawk a little bit ahead. Now looking at the eco for Hawk, plus approximately 5,000. It's really difficult to tell this Hawk, because of all the reclaiming of the trees. Looks like only a few Tech 2 mass extractors, total of 6, while Tiger is sitting on only 4. So both air players, not too much eco so far. Meanwhile, Lion here going straight Tech 2. Looks like he's going to do a Tech 2 naval rush. Boomer just getting into the Navy, getting into the ocean. You see here BLR is going to try to get some Tech 1 Navy going himself. And here comes submarines from Furball. Furball taking over the island. Very aggressive play. Looks like he's not putting too much into eco, but it looks like a successful drop here from BLR, taking out all the mass extractors. Looks like Furball's ACU is going to be dodged. Some bombers laying defense. Looks like this factory survives, so this will not be too big of a loss. Interceptors coming in from BLR to try to protect these tanks, but a point defense constructed. The NGs. And in the middle we got Zgato getting in a bit of trouble. He went down to about 3,000 health, but he's got plenty of Tech 1 units. See a big arty spam. And this factory is not producing anything. But it looks like quite a few Tech 2 mass extractors for Shadow, as well as for Zgato. Also see some Tech 2 land. Looks like, yeah, Tech 2 land factory making Ultravas. Gotta get an upgrade. Looks like, does he already have the gun? Yeah, looks like he's gonna get engineering. Tech 2 submarine from Lion, and a Tech 2 naval rush could be effective with submarines. One thing that's good about them is, of course, they're stealthy for Cybern, and they're quite fast. They each cost about 1,000, so it looks like a submarine, then a destroyer, now a cruiser. Here just at minute 10 from Lion. Boomer, meanwhile, making a bunch of Tech 1 Navy, pretty big Tech 1 naval spam, plus some anti-air. This submarine needs to get into this battle before this Navy for Boomer gets a little too big. Looks like it's gonna come in. We can see here Boomer. He has no idea that there's a submarine there. Now here comes some torpedoes. He's gonna find out when he lost that anti-air. And that's really the advantage of having stealthy submarines. You can't really tell where they are, so you can't target them unless you get some of these subs in visual range. And of course you can outrange any of these ships. Looks like it's not going to be attacking for some reason. Of course, now this Tech 2 Navy, a destroyer, cruiser, and a stealth boat making their way toward the island. Actually, they're making their way toward the naval production. 6 kills already for this Tech 2 sub. Meanwhile, in the middle, mobile missile launchers from Scotto. Shadow Lord getting some upgrades, and looks like Tech 2 point defense is getting taken out. You might see an escalation, but plenty of Tech 2 from Zgato. Hakuto going to Tech 3. He's already got double RAS here, minute 12. Got Tech 2 mask extractors. If you look at the eco, Hakuto with a double RAS plus 7,000 power way, huge excess, sitting at about 120 mass. Tiger looks like he's only got one of the resource allocations, or yeah, he's getting the second one. And he's got 93 mass, so significantly less than Hawk. And this Navy is this battle beginning to escalate. Looks like that submarine may have been destroyed, but the destroyers and the cruiser are already in the game. And you got nice anti-air, anti-navy, and nice bombardment. But this cruiser needs to be saved. This destroyer not doing the job. It needs to be closer together with the stealth boat. Both of these have torpedo defense, which would have been able to save that cruiser. It's also nice to see Tech 1 bombers together with this Navy, putting pressure. But the lack of anti-air in this position, and with Hawk, looks like he's going to win Navy against Tiger. This could be a problem. There's also gunships from Tiger here attacking the middle, but the cruiser from Furball takes care of that problem. Of course, we haven't seen this battle in a while. It looks like it's a Tech 2. The Tech 2 destroyer from BLR Corsair. Actually, it's a cruiser getting hit by a whole bunch of Tech 1 subs. So perhaps the wrong unit there from BLR. And here come the torpedo bombers, and it would have been so nice to have the cruiser now. And more stealth submarines. We should see this become a purely cruiser spam from Lion. And this would be a great place once the cruisers get into position for Tiger to perhaps try to even it up with Hawk, but he's so far behind. Yeah, this is way too many torpedo bombers. This is the advantage of having a better air player. You can really recover very quickly. And Boomer here with a very good eco, 127 mass versus Lion, who's only at 77. That was the price that Lion paid for being so aggressive with his Navy. Most of his eco went into the Navy. He's got a couple of cruisers in position, but so far he's just getting massacred by torpedo bombers. Meanwhile, Shadow Lord here in trouble against Furball. And we gotta say, so far the top side, besides Lion having that earned success, winning every battle, and we might see this air battle here, which will be so important. Cruisers targeted by torpedo bombers. And looks like the SF from Boomer or from Tiger came in. but it is going to pay the price. It did take out a couple of those torpedo bombers, more cruisers, and Hawk is going to move in and try to prevent any more ASF construction from Tiger. Tiger has to be thinking about flak or Tech 3 anti-air. Also see Tech 1 air production here from Lion. This could be very effective. Yeah, and you can see Tiger choosing to stay close to these cruisers. It's really your favorite unit to be around when you're playing air. Stick to your allies' cruisers. Plenty of cruisers here for Furball pushing Shadow Lord back. We're seeing Zgato moving in with a nice Tech 2 force. You see flak Ilshavas and mobile missile launchers. And Tiger in huge trouble reclaiming his mass extractors, but he needs to get some anti-air here, otherwise his units just come out and get killed. Gotta say, a little disappointing there from Tiger. I think he used to be a little better. But of course he is taking on Hawk, who's a very good air player. Now making strat bombers. Lion trying to save his mid player, or at least trying to help out against the Tech 2 force. The LR's making destroyers. Still no hope on this island. Plenty of TMD against cruisers, plus stealth and a whole bunch of arty planned for Furball. A massive scout coming in from Hawk. He does have a bunch of strat bombers, but it looks like they will be caught by Tiger. Or are they blind? Nope, they're gonna find him. And that's a huge victory for Tiger, finding out the Tech 3 anti-air, plus there's a bunch of Tech 2 bombers. But that was very disappointing, and this ASF not doing a good job. Tech 2 bombers sniping mass extractors in Lion's base now. And now we got Shadow Lord with Tech 3 getting hit by strat bombers. Tech 3 ACU very difficult to kill. He's also got the gun. And now we got Zgato here. Not really sure what he's got, but he's got a whole bunch of good stuff on the ACU. He's got the gun. He's got double nano. That's an indestructible ACU. He might as well have gotten one of these. But this ACU got a very expensive upgrade here. Can't really see the price now, but looking at the stats on the ACU, you can see a total of 40,000 health, plus the regeneration is at this point 173. So this ACU is one-man army basically, and he's marching straight ahead. Really like the style from Zgato. Of course, he is going to be taking a Tech 3 EEF, which can get a lot of Tech 3 point defense up very quickly. Zgato getting hit by a massive navy. He might come in and try to overcharge a couple of these. Furball meanwhile coming in with his own navy. And these are a bunch of cruisers, and the underwater destroyer from Seraphim can take all those out easily. Zgato getting some Tech 3 shields for protection. Actually sneaking in a bunch of Tech 1 tanks, doing damage. Looks like Zgato actually gaining health as he's getting shot. Chrysaeus, very big problems now. There are multiple destroyers here. Should focus on this destroyer for Furball, take that out, and then take out the cruisers. Still has naval production, but with issues. Yeah, and this artillery is so nice, it's going to target, it already is, the naval production. And that's not good against engineers. Well, it's very good against engineers, not good for the engineers. And more destroyers from Furball. So complete loss for Chrysaeus, and looks like Lion also in quite a bit of trouble. The two navies sort of passing each other up, and Boomer deciding to attack directly against Lion's naval production. Lion in the middle of an upgrade. Meanwhile, Lion has his navy away from his base. He's still pushing ahead, killing some units. And we gotta say, actually, did I miss this? Tiger seems to have regained air control. whole bunch of mercies now coming in. It's going to take a lot of mercies. Each mercy does about 3,000 damage, and if you're going to kill an ACU with 45,000 now, what is that? That's 15. Only 15 mercies? But Boomer actually exposing himself, and without air control from Hawk, he is going to be losing. So this is interesting. Both players are able to attack each other very well, and here come Restores from Tiger. He's going to kill off this Navy. There's no cruisers here, but that's a lot of Tech 2 subs. Boomer now coming in. And it's very even numbers. Also artillery from Zgato. And looks like Lion is going to lose this battle. So both navies in huge problems, huge trouble. Although these Restores from Tiger might have a chance. Akuto with a nuke. Minute 24, halfway done with the nuke itself. See, an anti-nuke started by Tiger. He's got a lot of Tech 3 power altogether. There is no anti-nuke for Lion, which is a problem. And we don't really have much hope for BLR. Shadow though, working on Fatty. This Fatty could be very nice. I'd like to see more stuff from this ACU. From Zgato. So it looks like Hawk went for a little too many Strat bombers, allowing Tiger to catch up. And these Tech 2 submarines can't be hit by anything unless you see them. You really need an Omni, a Tech 3 radar, and then torpedo bombers. That's the way to take them out. And here comes the Navy from Boomer. Boomer now should be switching to cruisers. See Cruces making Tech 3 arty, and a desperate attempt to counter this Navy from Furball. It's really a pretty big mismatch in this game. Really the biggest mismatch. The naval battle between Boomer and Lion was very nice. The torpedo bombers now. Tech 1 torpedo bombers versus Tech 2 subs, and the Tech 2 subs are going to win together with all these destroyers. But torpedo bombers from Tiger trying to help out. A very important battle now. Similar numbers it seems with cruiser help for Hawk. It appears that Tiger, yeah, I knew Tiger was really good, and he actually won that Navy. Hakuto had to retreat. Tiger trying to save Lion. That's really their only hope, is to get Lion back on track. All these cruisers now from Boomer are going to make this very difficult. Meanwhile, the Fatty's nearly finished for Shadowlord. An experimental coming in from Zgato. It's going to be a Fatty, plus some shields and a good ACU Tech 3-point defense as well. This Fatty needs to keep retreating and it'll be okay, but running into units. And here comes a nuke from Hawk. So this does not look good. Shadow overcharging. Fatty's dead. It looks like here minute 30 Shadow is going to be gone. Lion getting on a transport. Not really sure what he's going to do. But this nuke looks like it's coming in. This anti-nuke isn't finished. That's going to be the end of Tiger's air production. That's a lot of kills on the nuke from Hawk. Where is that nuke? That's 406 kills. So now it's a complete domination, except for Tiger still had something, but now he's about to lose his air. He does have a couple strat bombers or getting hit by cruisers from Furball. I think in a game where this was a better matchup between Furball and BLR, this could have been a much better game, much more even. This air battle still continues, and yeah, as soon as one player just turns around and runs, that's when they lose. You never want to do that. Chicken making their way all the way to Tiger's base. Tiger trying to get a GC up desperately. It will actually be close. The destroyers from Boomer making it on land. Lion, does he have the teleport? That's the question. The GC, before it's even completed, is going to be shot halfway on its health, and that's not going to work. Whole bunch of French from Lion. Yeah, he is definitely getting the teleport. But Strat Bomber's coming in. Looks like he's gonna kill BLR first. Just a couple more kills. He got Lion. Actually getting a hit. He's about to get the teleport though. He might just be able to get out in time. No, that's very close. And the only player left is Tiger. Yeah, so basically victories all around. Boomer bailed out by Hawk's early better air, and then after that it was over. Surprisingly, Tiger doesn't get bombed here by these strats. Yeah, that's a devastation against Artie. And here's Tiger. You can see the players targeting manually, so they have to guess where this ACU is. Take 3 tanks with some torpedoes. Yeah, you don't really want to get on land here in this situation. Tiger getting surrounded. Of course, these torpedoes on the Autumn's not very strong, but in numbers they'll be pretty effective. It's a 34-minute game, and hopefully people enjoy this one. We need more good players back to get some more epic Setons.